Good morning students. Today we will start our next topic, that is types of the propensity to save. We already seen about the propensity to save. What is propensity to save? We already seen in the previous lecture. So today we will start types of the propensity to save. So that is, there are two types of propensity to save. First is APS and second is MPS. What do you mean by the APS? APS, it means the average propensity to save. And what is MPS? So marginal propensity to save. These are the two main types of the propensity to save. So that is just a saving function. What is the saving function? As equal to saving function, it means the compared to the your saving compared to the your income. That is your saving function. We already seen in the previous video, as equal to function of y. This is your saving function. Now what is the propensity to save? There are two types of propensity to save: average propensity to save and marginal propensity to save. Today we will just start the APS. APS, it means average propensity to save. What is the formula of APS? So S upon Y. S is denoted as your saving and Y is your income or national income. Fine. So APS equal to saving. What is the your saving ratio according to your income? Fine. So this is your APS. In the APS terms, so APS is the propensity to save, refers to the ratio of saving to the corresponding of level of income. It means, what is your level of income in the ratio of it means if your income level is increased, maybe 99% your saving ratios will be increased. Because consumption expenditure, what is the saving? So Y minus C equal to saving. In previous video we already seen at that what is saving, how to find out the saving. So Y minus consumption expenditure, it means income minus your consumption expenditure becomes saving. So here just a schedule of the APS. So Y equal to, Y is 0. When the income level is 0, your saving will be minus 40. Minus 40, it means there is the autonomous consumption is there. So you just used your previous year saving. So your saving will be in the minus form. Now when your income becomes increase by 100, so 100, that time your saving is also minus. Maybe your consumption should be in the minus 1, your consumption expenditure is 120. So 100 is your income, your consumption expenditure is 120. So additional 20 rupees you had consumed with the help of the previous year saving. Clear? So now again your income will increase by 100 rupees. It means your income becomes 200. Your saving is 0. It means maybe when your income level is 200 and your saving is 0, it means your consumption expenditure equal to your income. It means your consumption expenditure is at that point 200 only. Now your income again increased by 100 rupees. So now your income will be 300. So your saving is 20. It means among these 300 rupees, you just consumed the 280 rupees as a consumption expenditure. So additional 20 rupees you had saved only. Clear? Now income level again increased by 100. So now your income is 400. So your saving is 40. It means at that point your consumption expenditure is 360 almost. So 360 plus 40 becomes the 400 income. So your consumption expenditure is 350. So you just saved your money among the 400 में से कितना सेव करोगे? 40 rupees in crores only. Fine. Now the turn of the APS. How to find out the APS? So APS equal to S upon Y. It means APS, it refers to the saving proportion according to the your income. So at that point no APS is there, because 40 upon 0, it is infinity. Your answer should be here. Now here 20 minus 20 upon 100. So minus 20 upon 100, it should be the minus 0.20, because one in the minus form and one in the plus form. So your answer should be in the minus form only. Now at that point 0 upon 200, it's become 0. So when your APC is 0, एपीएस कब जीरो हो जाएगा, जब आपका सेविंग फैक्टर जीरो होगा तब आपका एपीएस जीरो हो जाएगा. Now your saving factor is 20 rupees in crores, so 20 upon 300 it should be 0.067 approx. Now your saving is 40 rupees in crores, so 40 upon 400 it should be the 0.10 your APS. Now all these things we put in the graphical manner only. So that is the y-axis, that is the x-axis, fine. So on the y-axis we just having the saving in rupees in crore, on the x-axis income in rupees in crore, fine. So there is the minus saving, it means it is called the dis saving, fine. So this criteria called the dis saving, fine. So this is the dis saving factor, this all of the dis saving factor, fine. So saving is increasing, that is a positive direction, because when the income is increasing, simultaneously saving will be also increasing. So our graph should be in the right side and the upward side, that is the graph portion, fine. At that point, this is the change. What change? Income change. Income change in which ratio? So y is OY1. This is the your point OY1, and your saving is OR. So that is the saving function OR. At that point, APS equal to S upon Y equal to OR upon OY. This point is denoted by zero level of saving. Clear? So this is all about the APS. Now we just discussed the very important points about the APS. So some important points about the APS is, APS can never be 1 or more than 1. APS never be 1 नहीं आएगा. And because in our life, if we have, suppose we have some income is there, fine, कुछ income हमारी हो रही है, so simultaneously some consumption expenditure is also there. So income equal to S never be possible, क्योंकि अगर हम इनकम कर रहे हैं तो कहीं ना कहीं हम कंजम्पशन एक्सपेंडिचर तो करेंगे ही, है ना, कंजम तो करेंगे ही. सो कंजम्पशन शुड बी देयर, तो इट y इक्वल टू s नेवर बी पॉसिबल. दैट्स व्हाई सेविंग APS नेवर बिकम्स अ 1, क्योंकि s अपॉन y, तो सपोज s is 100, y is 100, दैट इज नेक्स्ट टू इम्पॉसिबल, क्योंकि जितना इनकम किया उतना सारा हम लोग सेविंग नहीं करेंगे. सम कंजम्पशन एक्सपेंडिचर ऑलवेज बी देयर, बिकॉज जब जीरो लेवल इनकम था तो भी कंजम्पशन एक्सपेंडिचर था, सो इनकम होगी तो कंजम्पशन एक्सपेंडिचर शुड बी देयर. सो इट इज नॉट पॉसिबल, y इक्वल टू s नेवर पॉसिबल. सो दैट्स व्हाई APC इज नेवर 1 और नॉट मोर देन 1, है ना. सपोज इनकम, योर इनकम लेवल इज 100 और आप 100 से ज्यादा सेविंग कर सकते हो एट दैट पॉइंट? नो. So your APS, that is the first important point about the APS. APS is never more than 1 and not 1 also, because saving never equal to your income, because consumption expenditure, somehow consumption expenditure should be there. Next, APS can be 0. APS can be 0. When the APS can be 0? When your saving is becomes 0, that means your APS becomes 0. Third, APS can be negative or less than 1. More than 1 नहीं आ सकता, but maybe the negative here already, because when our this saving function is created, our APS becomes a negative. जहाँ भी आपने this saving देखा है, our APS becomes negative. It means when the autonomous consumption is there, that at that point our APS becomes negative or more, less than 1, not more than 1. Next and last point about the APS is, APS rise with the increase in income. That's it. Income level is increased, simultaneously saving function is also increased. At that point you can see your APS also will be increased. It means the positive relationship between the income and APS. Clear? So this is all 4 important points regarding the APS. First, APS never be 1 or more than 1. Second, APS is negative when the this saving is there or autonomous consumption function is there. Third, APS becomes a 0 or less than 1. APS becomes a 0 when the saving is 0. And last, income will increase simultaneously, APS will be increased, because APS saving and APS and income having the positive relationship. When the income will increase, APS also increase. Clear? So this is the first type of the propensity to consume, APS. Tomorrow we will see the next marginal propensity to consume. I hope you understand all these things. Thank you. Have a nice day.